Hello and welcome back to another Offroad Outlaws RP. Now, if you remember from the last episode, you might be thinking to yourself right now, wait a minute, where's the freaking Blazer? Don't worry about the Blazer. The Blazer has been sent off for paint, and so it is not at the house right now. Now, between now and when we get the Blazer back, we need to do some work to make sure that we can cover all of the repairs, which is why I've taken on a job to go out and pick up a Ram 3500 show build that the owner says just isn't running right, and so we need to tow it back here, go through it, and see if we can figure out why it's not really running right, and then potentially fix it, or either find somebody else that can, and then hopefully we can get it fixed up, tow it back, and get paid for it. So let's go ahead and grab the F450, we'll hook up the trailer, and make our way on out to this other farm. Now, this other farm is all the way on the other side of town, so it's going to be a little bit of a drive to get to it, but it should be at the very least a really pretty drive. So let's see if we can get hooked up. Good to go. Trailer got a little iffy there for a second, but let's pull on out onto the road. I have also discovered that if I angle a little bit out of this driveway, it handles it a lot better. Although my neighbor isn't too pleased with the fact that I've driven into their grass a few times. So don't worry about that. It's minor details. Now, as we make our way on out through this neighborhood, I will say that this area has really been growing on me. I haven't really been living out here for all that long, but the area itself is super pretty, and it's definitely an area that I could see myself spending a lot more time in. Now, I will say I should probably watch my speed so I'm not like going a lot over 50. On these roads, especially with the trailer, because, well, for one, I don't think they really want people shredding up and down their, like, you know, country roads right outside their farm, or rather, the farms, because there's way more than one farm out here, but I think we'll probably cap it around, like, 50 or 55-ish, maybe, kind of, sort of. Although, I don't know who built that ominously placed ramp that goes over the, like, gully right there, but we might have to hit that at some point. Just not in this. Not in anything that I care about the bodywork or suspension on. Because if I care about the bodywork or the suspension, I feel like, well, that ramp is not going to be very good for it. Or this ramp, for example, that goes all the way over the nearby river. Yeah, that's definitely one that I won't be hitting in anything that, well, needs to either be reliable or gets used on a daily basis. So let's go ahead and make our way on in here. I believe this is the farm/ranch that we're supposed to be making our way out to. And the truck that we're going to be picking up, it does run. It just doesn't run very well. They said it was kind of low on power and just wasn't driving at all the way that they wanted it to. So hopefully we can get that fixed for them. Now, I will say, though, it's nice to be picking up a truck that runs so we don't have to winch it onto the trailer. So let's get everything into position. I'm going to go a little bit wide here. Just easy. Oh, geez. It kind of, this trailer hooks very, very quickly, so you have to be super careful. I think what I'll do is I'll set it right here on kind of like the ledge of the concrete, and we'll see if, oh, nope, not close enough. How about, that's a little off center. Trying to, like, actually do a semi-decent job at this. All right, now we got to see if we can drive it up on the trailer, which will absolutely be very interesting. Swap. And, oh, geez. Okay, so like I said before, this thing does run. It's just not running well, is what they told me. So, let's see. Oh, come on, really? You won't let me up on the trailer? Oh, well, that was a little bit exuberant, I think. Okay, well, it's going to take a little bit of doing, but let's go ahead and try to strap it down, because it should be fine once we get it strapped down. It is wide. It is so wide. Like, it is literally out over both edges of the trailer from behind at the dualies. That is absolutely nuts. Yeah, if there was ever a signal that I needed to upgrade my tow rig, or rather, not even my tow rig, but my trailer, if there was ever a hint that I needed to upgrade my trailer, let me go ahead and adjust the drop hitch just a little bit. This is definitely the sign that I was looking for. And now, the fun part. We got to get this thing back home in one piece. Okay. Now, we went ahead and let them know over the phone that we were coming to pick it up. The keys were in it. It was... Anyway, before we almost completely ruined our entire reputation before the job even started, we went ahead and got everything negotiated ahead of time, so it's all good there, and really all we need to do is get it back to the house. Now, turns are gonna be fun. Turns are gonna be a lot of fun. I say with absolutely monstrous amounts of sarcasm. All right, so let's go ahead and make a quick left. That thing is heavy. I mean, I'm giving this thing everything it's got right now, and it doesn't really want to do much more than 36-ish miles an hour, 37. I mean, it's probably not that big of a deal since we can't really go around corners much faster than this, although the nitrous does help a lot. But even when you use the nitrous, you're still, like, struggling to get over 40. Like, you really are struggling to get over 40 miles an hour, and that is kind of a little bit disheartening. Let's see if we can get it slowed down nice and easy up to the stop sign. And I'm going to swing just a tad wide to make sure I don't clip the stop sign, because if I clip the stop sign, I feel like it's kind of all over for me if I clip a stop sign, especially at this point in the haul. How fast are we going right now? Like 36-ish? Let's give it some nitrous. We're able to get up to what, like 43, 44 miles an hour? It's not a lot, but it was better than we were doing before. Yeah, continuing to look at this, though, I need a bigger trailer. Like, if I'm gonna keep doing jobs like this, a bigger trailer needs to happen sooner rather than later. Easy. The thing is, like, yes, it's great that we can get it going like that, but the flip side to that is you have to be able to slow all that momentum down, and the brakes on this thing definitely leave a little bit to be desired. All right, so we've got it back to the home shop. And we really just need to figure out what this thing needs in order to run at its best. So let's get it backed on in. This is going to be the fun part, because that thing is heavy. It's really heavy. And as we discovered last time, backing into this driveway is a little bit of an adventure. Let's ease it back. Just got to be really active on your steering. And as long as you're good there, you should be okay. Easy. Not bad. All right, let me just pull you forward just a little bit. And, oh, it wants to shift over, like, again. Okay, almost there. This is, like, it's a back and forth for sure. All right, we got it in the garage, so now really all we got to do is we got to start looking into the issues and figure out why it's not performing up to par. So we've been up under this thing and also under the hood for quite a while now, and essentially what ended up happening to this thing, and the reason why it wasn't actually providing the amount of performance that they were used to, was the turbo was bad. And I know that that sounds like super obvious, but sometimes super obvious things are not quite as obvious as they may seem. So we really just got to run down to the shop because they've already got a brand new turbo sitting down there waiting for us. And then we got to bring it back, install it, tighten everything down, and then take it for a test drive to make sure that it's good. And I will say that before we give this truck back to the owner, I kind of want them to come and drive it back, because I would rather not tow it back on that trailer again, because that was sketchy. So let's hop in the Super Duty, run down and get a new turbo, come back, get it installed, and then take it out for a drive and make sure it functions well, and that should be good. All right, we're leaving the shop. We got the new turbo with us, and that should be just about all we need to get that truck up and running again. We just got to make sure that everything is tight. We got to make sure that everything is basically all screwed together, because if we give them their truck back and we say it's done, and then they get it home and it breaks again, well, that doesn't really look all that great for us now, does it? So let's bring this thing back on around. And, ooh, God, the brakes on this thing are not good. They are not good at all. I really need to do something about that. All right, so let's go ahead and, well, get this thing done. Get it to work as it was intended to work. And the hood is shut, and now it's basically, well, moment of truth. Let's hop in and see if it, well, for one, see if it starts, which it does. So that's already a really, really good sign. And now we just got to give it the beans and make sure it spools. All right, now let's back it up real quick. Oh, my neighbors are going to love this. They're going to be all about it. All right, so let's see. Oh, a little too far. 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's good. That was like 65. Yeah? I'd say that was pretty good. I'd say that's definitely more performance than it had before. I mean, obviously we will check over everything again before we give it back and before they pick it up, but like, this thing has some really immediate power. Let's line it up one more time and roll into it. Yeah, that was almost 60 before the last house on the street. Yeah, I would definitely say that this thing is kind of where we want it to be. It's a lot better than it was before. And now, really, all we have to do is let them know that they can come pick it up, and we will get payment for that in time to pick up the Blazer from Paint, which I cannot wait to see, by the way. But if y'all enjoyed this Offroad Outlaws RP, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see y'all next time.